All right, everyone. Welcome to Big Card, and we're gonna have a nice laid back conversation about all things collectibles. We're gonna talk a little bit about tops and sport cards, NFTs, all that good stuff. We got Fast Eddie P, Doctor Strange in the house. So let's just get right into it. Tops, hot topic. I gotta say, fellas, I felt very, very distraught when I heard this. I've been collecting tops from as far back as I can remember. I don't know what Fanatics is gonna do with this. Eddie, you know a lot about wax. What are your feelings about this?
So first, I want to bring up that we had this issue 9 years ago.
Mm.
Topps lost its NBA and NFL licensing to Panini. We didn't know what was going to happen. All that stuff happened, and we were given a great product by Panini. They came in. They put out Donruss. They put out every old uh, manufacturer you could think of. I mean, they even came out with Wild Card this year, which was a 1991 set that came out like a small company, Wild Card. They even they really did a good job with that. I highly doubt at the point in 5 years when we get to that point that Fanatics is not going to be smart enough to just take over the other two companies. I mean, it would be insane if they didn't. Because what are the other two companies going to do? I mean, just let the companies go, and I mean they're going to pick them up at pennies on the dollar. So Fanatics is pretty smart.
Which are the other two companies again?
Panini and Topps.
So from what I was hearing, both of those two companies already had their companies for sale, right?
You know what?
A-Rob is going to get Panini.
It's possible. I didn't hear about that, but it is a possibility. Now I would think that would kind of be deaded because of what's happening. They're losing their licenses. So it's pretty much going to put them, down the drain. I don't know what's going on with the UFC and soccer and everything else. They might just stick around and print those cards. I highly doubt it. But I think we're going to see Fanatics go and buy out those two companies.
Yeah, that's
if
what
they if they don't, then I mean, we'll see what happens, but I doubt that a company like Fanatics is going to let the card market go down the drain. I think there's a lot of good things coming, but the problem is in the interim, which Jeff brought up last night in his video, that in the next 5 years, what are these companies going to do as far as overprinting and trying to make up for loss? They're going to try to get as much as they can out of the deal before, they lose their license. So what does that mean?
Yeah, man.
But we'll see.
Topps will definitely go out with a bang, with all of their different variations and all that stuff.
I mean, you got Topps, they own Bowman.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy. These companies been around for almost 100 years. I mean, come on,
I mean, I think the play would be to buy Topps and use it as a brand, like brand recognition. Not a lot. I understand Fanatics is a way bigger company, but when it comes to sports cards, for instance, perfect example. I told my wife, I told Mary, I said, "Hey, Fanatics just bought Topps." Her reaction was, "Who's Fanatics?" And oh my God, what's Topps gonna do? She knows
Absolutely.
Topps. She doesn't know jack about anything about sports cards. She knows very, very little, but she knows Topps. She doesn't know who Fanatics is, you know? So,
Right.
you know what I mean? So there's a lot of brand recognition, and we know there's a lot of power that comes with that. So it does make sense to buy that Topps just for the brand recognition and for pennies on the dollar, man. Like as you mentioned, you
Yeah, it
know.
would be stupid for them not to. I can't see them not at least trying, and I'm sure they'll strike a deal in the long run, no matter what. You know,
I mean,
I,
let's
I
just say
wouldn't I wouldn't be too worried about it.
so let's just say they don't buy Panini, they don't buy Tops, they just leave it as is. Um, I'm just curious, what's gonna happen? What is gonna happen with the whole, are they gonna have different products, or are they gonna just have one product that you just buy it from from their website, that has, that's it. Like there's,
That's the $1 million question right there. Is if they don't go the route that, like, just like Panini did, what are they going to do? Are they going to change the whole market and hope for the best? It's not an easy. That's not an easy decision. I mean, that they would really have to spend a lot of money on, the creativity that went into these. I mean, how much more better can you get than we've already gotten? I mean, the equipment that they would need, everything, it's right there. The smartest thing to do would be go in, buy these companies, even if they whatever, change the names of the sets, whatever you want to do, put Fanatics on it. I don't know, but at least give us a product that says Top somewhere, or is, at least we know what we're buying. You know what I mean? I hope
the companies, they would own the companies and be able to keep the names and everything the same. They would just own them and oversee how everything is ran. But if they were smart, they wouldn't change too much, or whatever needs to be changed, they could change, from their perspectives. But It's already well-oiled machines running. So,
right. And us people that collect, we don't like change too much. So, I mean,
that's true.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I also wanted to touch on something too. A lot of us in this collectors world, we listen to certain people. Sports Card Investor, probably one of the top guys that we listen to. He had a show on, like, I think a week ago, about Select and overprinting. And how Select was basically ruined.
Right.
That they put in 166 parallels and blah, blah, blah. I just want to bring up a couple of points that nobody else is bringing up, because I hear this a lot. Like, it's a big problem, and bro, millions of people got into Select this year. Hundreds of thousands, I'll say, okay? A lot of people that never touched Select, that didn't even know it existed, got to open it, okay? Because it went retail.
That's good.
Right?
I'm sitting on a lot of Select right now.
One of them.
So am I. I have a whole.
I literally just got my first box in the mail. I mean, I bought it resale, and
did you open it?
I don't even know if I'm going to rip it or anything.
Okay.
If you did, I'll tell you. I have one. You honestly, like the last video you were on with Big Card, like, I invested in boxes heavy, man, because of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really was trying to get them, but I really went harder at trying, like, waking my ass up at 7 and really started getting them. So I just got stuff in the mail, and now I'm torn on what to rip. So what I've been doing is just watching other people rip it and then saying to myself, okay, well, what's the odds of getting this or that or this? Right. Nah, I'm just going to hold the box. I'm holding. So I'm just holding. But
the best way.
Just say real quick. I think I'm touching on what you kind of touching on real quick. One thing I noticed earlier, literally right before we came on, was I've had a Joe Burrow Select Concourse for sale on Macari for like a month now, and I priced it competitively with where it was at the time, which was around like $25. So I noticed like it hasn't sold. So I'm like, what's going on? So I went on there and I looked as if like I was going to buy. And bro, it was so many selects on there. This him, I was like, yo, I couldn't even find my own card for a while. Like, it was just disgusting. I was just like, you know what? I'm definitely not opening it. Like, it's
right. It's the best thing to do is stay with it closed. It's going to bring you the most money in the long run. And just like you said, like, especially with Concourse, because Concourse is like the lowest level. So it's hard. It's so many.